But, I think if you consider how long that went on for, even at the beginning of 2020, people were still predicting rates going to go up later that year. That's 12 years. 12 years of incorrect predictions.
It's incredible.
I think that's, we could have a whole discussion about why it is that happens. And, I went back to Oxford 2017, 2019, and I asked one of the professors, we had a lecture on interest rates. And I went up to him afterwards and I said, why do you think we were wrong on this interest rates for so long? And he said, oh no, we always knew rates would stay zero. And I was like, I didn't know what to say to that because, this is my job. I know for a fact that these guys predicted interest rates would go back up every single year. And I didn't know I was like, no, you didn't. He was like, yeah, we knew. I just said to him, well, I'm going to go home. I'm going to send you the data. And then we're going to talk about
2017 he said that?
Yeah, 2017.
Because even you had Janet Yellen before then putting up US interest rates in like 2014, 2015. They were saying, oh, we're going to try and go back to normal.
Which eventually came down again. Yeah, and I sent him the data. And he was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we have been wrong for 10 years. And his guy, right, professor of macroeconomics, Oxford University, he's been wrong for 10 years. Not only has he been wrong for 10 years in a row, he's not realised that he's done that. That is the level we are at here of economics. But look at this guy, rich family, he used to wear a nice snakeskin belt, you know what I mean? He doesn't get hurt, does he? This guy's wrong 10 years in a row. He never gets hurt. Of course he doesn't notice. You know what I mean?